Alright, first things first, I'm going to introduce to you the judges. This is a jig competition, not simply a display, a competition. So we travel the country, different festivals having competitions. So normally Morris dancing happens in sets. Groups of 6, groups of 4, groups of 8, they dance together. They feed off each other, energy-wise, dance-wise, but here, they have to dance on their own. Yeah, not only that, we're going to judge them. Their vim, their vigour, their talent, their skill, it is all up for judging. We have our 2 judges here who are the winners of the previous jig competition. We have Veronica. And we have the first of an endless array of dams. So they are actually going to perform for you in a second their winning jig that they did last time. But first, what we require is a 3rd judge. And what we want from that person is for them to A, not be a Morris dancer, and B, preferably have never seen Morris dancing before in their entire lives. Now Veronica here is going to stand up, she's going to put on a blindfold and walk out to the audience and start touching people until she finds a judge. So if you want to be a judge, walk up and make physical contact with Veronica.
What are the bells for?
Alright, done, sorted, done. Can we please have a round of applause? Now, also, the judges are going to be running off a very esoteric and weird set of Morris rules for this, but I will also suggest to you all, explain to you all, they are open to bribery.
It's still time to go to the bar right now.
When I say open to bribery, it's mandatory. So like everything in this post-capitalist world that we live in, wait no, it's late-stage capitalism, not post-capitalist, bribery will get you very far. So the dancers, if you bribe the judges up here, you'll win. Alright, what we're going to do before we get into the juicy meats of this competition is we're going to set the theme with the jig, the winning jig. So that's these 2 here, that's your cue, your stage cue. So the way this works is we introduce the dancers. Veronica, who you already know, Dan, who you already know, and guess what? Another Dan. So Dan here is going to play the accordion while these 2 do their jig. This jig is called the Rambling Sailor, which is in the tradition of Fieldtown ? Fieldtown ! So I neglected to explain the rules for you, the audience. And those rules are, you have to be as loud, annoying, and insulting as possible. Because heckling the dancers is part of the tradition. So you should be making an assortment of noises. You can choose what those noises are during the jigs. Whatever you want. And that includes you, Morris dancers, who were very, very quiet during that performance. Pathetic. Respect for the judges? That's doubly pathetic. Morris has no respect for authority. Alright, speaking of authority, because she's a cop, Amy. Amy here is going to do a very fancy jig called the broom jig, which is what you'd expect seeing she's holding a broom. Amy's representing Swagger Morris, the best side that has ever existed and will exist in all Morris dancing. She's been supported by another Daniel, who's also the same Daniel as the last Daniel. So this is the broom jig in the tradition of the broom. So just remember that the dancers here are dancing with a handicap, apart from the obvious, but the handicap that they've been dancing for, 3 days now? And even though this is a beautifully mild Woodford, it's still a lot of work to Morris dance. Yes, good work. Did you say I'm wearing shorts? Yes, well, I'm going to explain this kit later on because I'm wearing Woodford Morris kit. Yeah, that deserved it. Thank you, Morris dancers, for your enthusiastic responses to everything that I'm saying. You're all fired. All right, we're going to move on to the next jig where all the Morris dancers will sit in funereal silence again. We are doing a very beautiful jig called Old Woman Tossed Up in a Blanket. There are no naughty connotations there at all, that's just what it's called. This is in the tradition, because all these dances are in traditions, and this is in the tradition of Headington, from the village Headington. Because if you weren't aware, if you walked in here not knowing what the hell is going on, you were watching Morris dancing. You are experiencing Morris dancing, you are internalising Morris dancing. You're watching Cotswold Morris dancing, that's what we're doing here. So this is Pennington, Cotswold, old woman tossed up in a blanket, Lee is dancing, Brody is playing the cello. The judges have just checked in and are requesting more bribes, which suggests that they've already been bribed. Now, I have done something very naughty. I did not introduce our third judge. What is your name? Melanie. Third judge Melanie, round of applause. So I'm assuming Veronica has explained what to do here. If not, now I should have also introduced Swagger Morris, the kit that he's wearing as well. These two reprobates down here, the judges, are wearing Black Joke Morris kit. They are from Sydney. Excellent. Well, that gives me a nice segue into, who's next, Vanessa? Vanessa from Sydney, Black Joke Morris. Now what you're seeing here too, by the way, is an absolute total continuum diversity of experience. Some people dancing have been dancing for years, decades in some cases. Some people have been dancing for months. A couple of people have been dancing for weeks. Some people have been dancing for decades and still look like they've only been dancing for weeks. You know who you are. Vanessa's going to dance, and playing is not Dan. Caitlin, who you can call not Dan from now on, she's playing the fiddle. What are you doing again? You're doing the Blue-Eyed Stranger, or Blue-Eyed Strangler if you prefer.
No.
In Field Town. So again, I want you to spare a thought for what it's like to do this. Because when you're in a set of 6 dancers, there's safety in numbers, but when you're on your own, or in a double, duplet, whatever, 2 people standing here dancing, it's scary, it's intimidating. There's an audience looking at you, there's Morris dancers judging you. Yes, make some reassuring noises to them. That's more of a cheer than a reassuring noise, but okay. Now, we have, again, Swagger Morris. Based in Brisbane, we've been coming to Woodford pretty much as long as Swagger has existed, which is decades, since the early 90s. So if you remember Morris dancers from the distant past, it's a good chance they were Swagger. Yes, thank you. One woo, excellent. All right, we are doing now, we're going to do a singing jig. That's where you go, ooh. You can literally direct this like a panto. All right, this is... Who knows the song Lass of Richmond Hill? Yeah, you all should. This is the dance, Lass of Richmond Hill, in the traditional Czechs notes, Bledington. And we have Gary dancing. We have Lee dancing. And we have definitely not Dan Meg dancing. Playing music. Singing.
I'm Meg, just Meg.
All of the above.
And this is the inaugural dancing of this dance, so ooh. Do 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 on my twinkle there lives a lot more bright than Mayday more. No child kills all the maids of the past, a rose without a horn. This lass so neat with smile so sweet has won my great goodwill. I've found reason to call thee mine, sweet lass of Richmond Hill. Sweet lass of Richmond Hill, sweet lass of Richmond Hill. I've found reason to call thee mine, sweet lass of Richmond Hill. He's a Thursday that found me unwanted through the crowd. Oh, whisper to my charming girl, I die for her, my love. This lass so sweet, with smile so sweet, has won my right goodwill. I can't resign to call thee mine, sweet lass of Richmond Hill. Sweet lass of Richmond Hill, sweet lass of Richmond Hill, sweet lass resigns to call thee mine. Sweet lass of Richmond Hill, sweet lass designed to call me mine.
I am going to leave it up to the judges whether kazoo warrants instant disqualification or instant first place. Your choice. All right. Next up we have something very special, because everyone else wasn't special, I guess then. Mike! This man right here is currently the boss of all Morris in Australia. He is our head squire, or ring squire, whatever you want to call him. He's representing Swagger again. He's going to do a jig. There's 2. Sorry. He's going to be doing Jockey to the Fair in the tradition of Headington. And Lee's going to be playing Muzak for this. Mike is still staring at me like, I'll never finish.
To the judges, this is my prize coffee club card. I've already stamped.
I'm not sure if this is a bit. I don't know what's going on here. What's going to happen now, though, is some Morris dancing. We have Ruby. We have Susie. We have Black Joke. We have Bellswagger. They're going to dance off, like a jig off a competition. And they're going to be supported by Sophie, who's in both sides. They're going to do lumps of plum pudding in the tradition of Field Town to singing.
So Ruby, I see you're back again. Can we get another attempt to win?
I sure am, Susie. I'm here. I'll have you know I'm here to win this jig competition.
Well, I'll have you know that I polished these hankies yesterday. They are so shiny and primed. What did you do?
I ironed these bells to a beautiful starchness.
I think we all know who will win. Let's get to it, guys.
We'll see about that.
Lumps of plum pudding and pieces of pie. My mother, she gave me for telling a lie. She gave me so much, I fear I should die. From lumps of plum pudding and pieces of pie. My mother, she killed a good fat hog. She made such puddings would choke her back. I'll never forget till the day I die what lumps of plum pudding my mother gave me. She hung them up on a pin. The fire caught and the maggots kept in. You won't believe me, you may go and see what lumps of plum pudding plum pudding my mother gave me. At last I rambled abroad, and then I met in her frolic river. What dear my dear Billy, I'll give unto thee, such pudding you never did see. Honest man, I thank you most kind, as he told me in little good time. He gave me a love which was so lovely, and was all of my mother gave me.
Alright, so instant disqualification for being too good.
She unbalanced me.
Alright, we are moving straight into Oranges in Bloom from the tradition of Fieldtown with Caitlin, who's still in the audience. Caitlin is being supported in a mutualistic symbiotic relationship with her muso, the new Dan. This is the third out of the 4 Dans that you're meeting today. This is Dan Baxter. Or Z-Axis Baxter, as we call him. This is in Fieldtown. So I want you to spare a thought for the musicians in all of this, because Morris musicians often get treated like jukeboxes. Insert coin, play tune, please. But here they are under as much stress and as much pressure as the dancers. So can we have a congratulatory round of applause? Or if you don't like the musicians, a congratulatory boo. Great. All right, next we have the Princess Royal double. It's not actually double jig, we just have 2 Princess Royals in a row. So we have Sophie dancing Princess Royal in the tradition of Sophie. And we have Caro playing the trombone in the tradition of Sophie. Now it's time to add some international flavour to this competition. We have a jig. Holstein and Ben. Ben here, who's wearing Black Joe kit, is from Wales. Any Welsh people in the audience? One. Hooray! Holstein is wearing possibly Ben's kit. It is the kit of Swain's Eye from Wales. So I guess she's representing Swain's Eye from Wales. They are going to do Princess Royal, and Dan the Third is playing the fiddle. So this is Princess Royal, the traditional Yale Town. Just look very Welsh. Alright, we got 3 more dances to go, or 2.5 dances to go, but you'll see why. We're going to do None So Pretty, featuring Naomi, who's one of our newer members of Bellswanger. Is in Bellswagger you have to do a jig as part of your patching in process where you join the side forever. So Naomi is dancing and also making presumably consensual contact with the judges. Good. Meg is going to play the accordion and this competition is nearly over. Stage invasion, stage invasion. All right, we are going to have a very quick, decorative jig while the judges deliberate. So this jig is instantly disqualified. God bless Susie. And then we're going to have a special jig at the end. Special jig. So the judges have to talk to each other now and decide. So Susie is going to do Old Mother Oxford in the tradition of Headington, and Daniel the First, I think, is going to play the box, the accordion, the best instrument. Before we announce the winners, we're going to do one last dance for you, a dance that is already instantly and immediately disqualified. This is a very special jig in inverted commas. This is the Wyresdale ass-kicking dance. And we're going to be doing it with 4 Dans. 4 Dans for the price of 1. We've got Daniel Townley, we've got Daniel O'Brien, we've got Daniel Baxter, and then we have Daniel, Claire. This dance has never been attempted before at Woodford. They're going to attempt it now. If they break anything, cheer. Now, Kiss. Alright, that is the end of the jig competition, so it settles to me to announce the winners. I'm going to do this very, very quickly. The winner, and I'm going to give you the runners up. The winner, Ben and Holstein for the Welsh jig. Their bribe was a flag mixed with Welsh nationalism. Ben, Dan, Holstein, Ben, Dan, Holstein, Ben, Holstein. All right, second place went to Ruby and Sophie and Plant. And Susie. And third place, Lee and Gary. Promise of Beer with Meg singing. All right, we got one last thing before I'm booted off stage unceremoniously. Audience choice, our third judge, is the wild card. What is the wild card winner? Vanessa! So you have just witnessed a jig competition. Let's have a final round of applause for everyone who participated. Oh yeah, we're also performing on New Year's Eve at the dance hall for the 3-minute silence and the countdown. So if you want more Morris dancing in your life, come to that. And now as the final coda to this performance, we're going to rearrange the room. Thank you.